Good morning, students. Welcome you all. I'm Kavita, myself teacher. Welcome you all. This online teaching learning classes. Okay. So, how are you all? I hope that you are fit and healthy and enjoying your online class. So, today I am going to teach you a math subject. Okay. So, let's start our day with an apple. So here, as you can see, here it is a whole apple. Now this apple is divided into two parts and each part is called a half, and half will write as 1/2. Now here it's a picture of a pizza. Now the pizza is divided into 8 parts, and from these 8 parts I have taken out one piece of pizza. So what will be the number here? The number will be 1/8. So 8 means how many parts we are divided for the pizza. And one number indicates how many parts we have taken out. So the number here, 1/8. Now let's take here next picture. Here it's a picture of a cake. Now cake, here it is a whole cake. Whole cake is divided into 4 parts. And from these 4 parts, I have taken out one part of cake. So what will be the fraction? What will be the number here? The number will be 1/4. 4 means how many parts are divided? 4 parts. And 1 indicates how many parts are taken out. Now let's take another picture. Here is a picture of a bread, whole bread. And this whole bread is divided into 3 parts. And each part is considered as 1/3. Or you can say 1/3. Now here, the number here, 1/4, 1/3. Here 1/2, 1/8. So all these numbers, which type of number it is? Yes, students, can anyone tell me? This 1/2, 1/8, 1/4, 3/4. All these numbers are which type of number it is or which number it is?
Fraction.
Yes, students. Can you tell me which number it is? What we call these numbers? 1/4, 1/3. Yes, students.
1/4 is 4 parts, or 1 part give.
Yes, 4. Yes, 1/4 means 4 parts are there and 1 part is taken out. But all these numbers, which number it is? What do we call these numbers? 1/3, 1/4, 2/3. All these numbers, what we call?
Numbers.
Yes, yes, very good. These numbers are called fraction numbers. So today we are going to see, or we are going to learn some more about fractions. So our today's topic is operations on fractions. The chapter number 4, which you have in the textbook. So chapter number 4, operations on fractions. So today we are going to see the chapter number 4, operations on fractions. Now let us study. What is mean by fraction? What is called a fraction? Now here, a fraction is a number representing a part of a whole. Or in a simple way, fraction means a part of a whole things. I have given you an example of an apple, a whole apple. Now, whole apple is divided into 2 parts, and each part is called a half. So, half is a fraction. So, a fraction means a part of a whole. Now, here, let's take an example. Here, example is 1/2. Now, 1 here considered as parts. How many parts we have taken out? And 2 considered as total number of equal parts. Means here 2 means how many parts we are divided. Okay. So the parts which are considered is known as numerator, and the parts which are divided, it's known as denominator. Or in a simple way, you can say fraction is equals to numerator upon denominator. Fraction is always in the form of numerator upon denominator. Numerator means how many parts we have considered, and denominator means how much parts we are divided. Okay, so fraction is equals to numerator upon denominator. Now let's remember in a simple way. Now in the word numerator, letter U. Okay, in the word numerator, letter U represent or indicate up. So up in the numerator, now here in example 3/8, 3 is the up number. 3 is the up number. So here in this fraction, 3 is the numerator. Now here, in the word denominator, the letter D indicates down. Okay, letter D indicates down. So in this fraction, 3/8, 8 is the down number. So 8 will be the denominator. So in the fraction 3/8, 8 is the denominator. Okay. So in numerator means up number and denominator means down number. Now you try this. Circle the correct fraction from the given choices. Now in this circle, the circle is divided into 8 parts and 3 parts are shaded. So which fraction is the correct fraction? Can you tell me, students, what is the correct fraction? Here 4 options are given to you. So which is the correct fraction? 2/5, 4/7, 3 upon 8, 2 upon 3. Which is a correct fraction? Yes, students, can anyone tell me which is the correct fraction here?
3 upon 8.
What? Yes, say again.
3 upon 8.
Yes, very good. 3 upon 8 is the correct fraction. 8 means the parts divided and 3 means how many parts are shaded. Very good. Now let's take another example here. 3 upon 8 is a correct fraction. Now let's take another example. So students, can you tell me which is the correct fraction from the given figure? Yes, students, please tell me which is the correct fraction.
Teacher, 3 upon 6.
3 upon 6.
6.
Yes, very good. 3 upon 6 is the correct fraction because here 6 parts are divided and 3 parts are shaded. Now in this figure, which is the correct fraction? Yes, students, tell me which is the correct fraction here. Which option is correct? Given to the figure. Which option is correct?
6 upon 2 upon 6.
Yes, 2 upon 6.
6.
Yes, yes. Very good. 2 upon 6. That is the correct answer. So 6 parts are divided and 2 parts are shaded. Yes, very good. Now let's take another. Now here, which is the correct fraction here from the given choices? What is the correct fraction? See the figure and tell me what is the correct answer.
1 upon 4.
1 upon 4. Yes, that is the correct answer. Very good. Here 4 parts are divided and 1 part is shaded. Very good. Now let's move forward. Now next we are going to see the types of fraction. What are the types of fractions? Here there are 3 types of fraction. First is proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed fraction. Now what is proper fractions? Proper fraction means where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Improper fraction means numerator is equal or greater than the denominator. And mixed fraction includes a whole number and a proper fractions. Now we will see in detail one by one. Now first, we will see what is a proper fraction. Now here, what is proper fractions? Fractions where the numerator is smaller than the denominator are called proper fractions. Now let's take an example. 1 upon 4, 3 upon 5, 2 upon 7, 4 upon 9. From all these fractions, see the numerator here. In all these fractions, see the numerator. Numerator is smaller than the denominator. So these fractions are called proper fractions. Now see this picture. You will understand what is proper fraction. Now here the boy who has number 8 can easily hold the boy who has number 3. So 3 is the smaller number. 3 is and 8 is a greater number. So 3 is the numerator and 8 is the denominator here. So the boy who has 8 easily hold the boy who has number 3. So this picture shows us a proper fraction. And next we will see what is an improper fraction. Fractions where the numerator is equal or greater than the denominator are called improper fractions. Now let's take an example. 9 upon 4, 7 upon 2, 4 upon 3, 8 upon 7. In all these fractions, see the numerator. The numerator is greater than the denominator. So these fractions are called improper fractions. Now let's take a same picture here, which you have seen before. Now here in this picture, now the boy who has number 3 hold the boy who has number 8. But see the face of the boy who has number 3. See the face of the boy. Whether he is happy to hold. No. He is not able to hold proper. He is not able to carry the number 8. So the boy who has number 3 not able to hold the boy who has number 8 because 8 is a greater number. 8 is a greater number than 3. So this picture shows us improper fraction because here the numerator is greater than the denominator. So this is known as improper fraction. Now let's see the next, mixed fraction. What is mixed fraction? Now mixed numbers, or you can say mixed fraction. Mixed numbers or mixed fraction is one and the same. Mixed numbers include a whole number and a fraction. Now here it is a whole figure, whole circle. And here this circle is divided into 4 parts and 3 parts are shaded. It's become 3 upon 4. And when we get this together, it becomes a whole number. One whole figure is there, one whole circle is there, and one fraction circle is there. So here, when the whole number and a fraction mixed together is known as mixed number. Here 1 is a whole number and 3 upon 4 is a fraction. So mixed number means include a whole number and a fraction. So these numbers are called mixed fraction. Now here, fraction formed by combining a whole number and a fraction are called mixed fractions. I told you mixed fraction means a whole number and a fraction. It's called a mixed fraction. Now let's take an example here. How you will read this mixed fraction? We will read as 4 and 2 upon 3, 2 and 1 upon 5, 3 and 1 upon 4. These numbers are mixed numbers. Now here again the number here 2 and 1 upon 7. Here 2 is the whole number and 1 upon 7, it's a fraction. So these numbers are called a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction consists of whole number and a fraction. Now think time. You have to think and identify the types of fraction, whether it is a proper fraction or improper fraction or mixed fraction. Now it's your time to think. Now here the number is 2 upon 7. So students, tell me which type of fraction it is. It is a proper fraction or improper fraction or mixed fraction. So students, tell me which type of fraction it is. 2 upon 7, which type of fraction?
Teacher, proper fraction.
Yes, good. It is a proper fraction. Yes, correct answer. Now next here, 5 and 3 upon 4. So which fraction it is? Which type of fraction it is?
Mixed fraction.
Mixed fraction. Very good. The correct answer is mixed fraction. Now 7 upon 2. Which type of fraction it is? 7 upon 2. 7 upon 2. Which type of fraction it is?
Proper fraction. Proper fraction.
See the numerator. The numerator is greater here. Numerator is greater than the denominator.
Fraction.
Yes, improper fraction, because here 7 is the numerator and 7 is greater. 7 is greater than 2. So here the numerator is greater than the denominator. So it is a improper fraction. Now let's take another. 11 upon 5. Which type of fraction it is? 11 upon 5. Which type of fraction? Yes, students? Yes, students, tell me 11 upon 5. Which type of fraction it is?
In from fraction.
Yes? It is a
Improper
yes. Very good. It is a improper fraction.
Improper fraction.
Yes. Good. Well done. Now 3 upon 9. 3 upon 9. Which type of fraction? 3 upon 9. See the numerator here.
Proper fraction.
Yes, very good. It is a proper fraction because here the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So it is a proper fraction. Now here the last one. 4 and 7 upon 8. Which type of fraction it is?
Mixed fraction.
Yes, mixed fraction. Good, very good. Mixed fraction. Here, the 4 is a whole number and 7 upon 8 is a fraction. So together form as mixed fraction. Very good, students. Now we will see how the mixed numbers can be formed. Mixed numbers banta kaise, how we create the mixed numbers. So mixed numbers can be formed through improper fractions. Okay, now let's study converting improper fractions to mixed numbers. Now this 7 upon 3. 7 upon 3 here it is a improper fraction. Now we have to change this improper fraction to a mixed number. Now we will see the step by step. Now step number 1, what you have to do. When you change the improper to mixed number, you have to divide the number. You have to divide the fraction. So first step, you have to do, first divide 7 by 3. So let's divide the number here. So here, as you see here, in 3 table, 7 is not coming. So we have to take the smaller number. So 3 twos are 6. And when we subtract 7 minus 6, it's become 1. Now here, the quotient is 2, divisor is 3, and 1 is remainder. Here the quotient is 2, divisor is 3, and the remainder is 1. Now step number 2, what you have to do? Now step number 2, we have to write the mixed number. How you will write the mixed number? First here, the quotient, which the quotient came to you, the quotient becomes the whole number. So what is the quotient here? The quotient is 2. So the 2 will become the whole number. And the divisor becomes the denominator. So what is the divisor here? The divisor is 3. So divisor becomes the denominator. And the remainder becomes the numerator. So what is the remainder here? The remainder is 1. So it forms a whole mixed number. See here, now we have changed this improper to mixed number. What is the improper number? 7 upon 3. And we have changed the improper to mixed or mixed. What is the mixed number here? 2 and 1 upon 3. So when you convert this improper to mixed number, you have to divide the number. Now let's take another example. Convert 8 upon 5 to a mixed number. Now 8 upon 5, which type of fraction it is? It is a improper fraction. So we have to convert this improper to a mixed number. Now the first step is you have to divide this fraction. You have to divide 8 by 5. Now let's divide. Now here, see the division here. In the table of 5, 8 doesn't come. So we'll take the less number. So 5 upon 5 ones are 5. 8 minus 5, how much? 3. Now here, the quotient is 1, divisor is 5, and the remainder is 3. Now the step number 2. Now you have divided this number, and next step, you have to write the mixed number. So first, the quotient becomes the whole number. Next, the divisor becomes the denominator. So what is the divisor here? 5. So 5 becomes the denominator. And the remainder becomes the numerator. So what is the remainder here? 3. So the 3 becomes the numerator. So here 8 upon 5 converted into a mixed number. So what is the mixed number here? 1 and 3 upon 5. Now here, next we'll see how to convert the mixed fraction to a improper fraction. Earlier we have seen how to change improper to mixed number. Now we are going to see how to convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. Now here, convert 4 and 1 upon 2 to a improper fraction. Now here, 4 and 1 upon 2. Which type of fraction it is? It is a mixed fraction. So now you have to change this mixed fraction to a improper fraction. Now let's study in a step by step. So first step, what you have to do? So first step, what you have to do here, multiply the denominator 2 with the whole number 4. Now here you have to multiply. What you have to multiply? The denominator 2 multiply with the whole number 4. So it becomes 2 multiplied by 4 is equals to 8. 2 4s are 8. Now the next step. Now add numerator 1 to 8. What? Now here you have did multiplication. 2 4s are 8. So what the value came here? 8. And this 8 you have to add in the numerator. And what is the numerator here? 1. So 1 plus 8 is equals to 9. So step number 3. Write 9 as the numerator of the improper fraction. So the value which came here, 9, will write as a numerator. And write the denominator 2 as the denominator of the improper fraction. So the 2 will remain as it is. The 2 will remain same. Just the numerator will get changed. And here we have converted mixed number to a improper fraction. 4 and 1 upon 2 change into a 9 upon 2. Now let's take a short method which you can understand easily. Here it is a short method. This mixed fraction will change into a improper fraction. Now first what you have to do? You have to divide, you have to multiply, sorry. You have to multiply these two denominator to a whole number. So let's multiply. 2 4s are 8, or you can say 4 2s are 8. Now you have to add to the numerator. 8 plus 1, it became 9. So is equals to 9 upon 2. The denominator will be the same. Just the numerator will get changed. So here it is a short method which you can understand very easily. So 2 4s are 8 and 8 plus 1, 9. So 9 upon 2 is a improper fraction. Now again, let's take another example. 3 and 2 upon 4. Now change this mixed fraction into a improper fraction. Now here, multiply the denominator 4 to a whole number 3. Now let's multiply here. 4 3s are 12. Now step number 2. Add numerator 2 to 12. Now the answer came 12. So you have to add to a numerator. So 2 plus 12 became 14. Now step number 3. Write 14 as the numerator. 14 will write in the numerator. And write denominator 4. So the denominator will be the 4 only. The denominator will not get changed. The denominator will be the same. Only the numerator will get changed. So here the 14 upon 4 is an improper fraction. Now see here 3 and 2 upon 4 change into 14 upon 4 and it is an improper fraction. Now let's take a short method. Short method. So your first step, what you will do? You will multiply the denominator to a whole number. 4 3s are 12. Now let's add the 12 to a numerator. So 12 plus 2, it became 14. So 14 upon 4 is an improper fraction. So we have changed the mixed number to a improper fraction. So 14 upon 4 is an improper fraction. Now let's remember this. Improper fraction can be changed to mixed number through division. Okay. Improper fraction can be changed to mixed numbers through division. And mixed numbers can be changed to a improper fraction through multiplication. Okay, just remember this. Improper fraction can be converted to a mixed number through division and mixed numbers can be changed to improper fraction through multiplication. Now let's solve. Convert 30 upon 7 to a mixed number. Now students, I will give you 1 minute. You have to solve this in your book and give me the answer. What will be the mixed number? Change this 30 upon 7 to a mixed number. So your time starts now. I have given you 1 minute. So start solving the sum. Students, you have 1 minute to solve. Change this 30 upon 7 to a mixed number. This 30 upon 7, it's an improper fraction. Now change this improper fraction to a mixed number. Students, you have 1 minute to solve. Let's solve this number. Change into a mixed number. Students, you have 1 minute. Let's solve and give me the answer. What answer is going to come? You have to solve in your book. And tell me the answer. What answer is going to come? It's 30 upon 7. It's an improper fraction. Change to a mixed number. Yes. Students, have you solved this number? Okay. Tell me the answer. Students. Here, your time is up now. So tell me the answer. What answer is going to come? What mixed number is going to come here? Yes, students, can anyone tell me?
Teacher.
Yes, tell. Yes, tell. What mixed number is going to come here? Yes, students. I hope you solved these sums in your book. Yes. Okay. We'll see here. Step number 1. What you have to do? You have to divide this 30 upon 7. So here, we will divide here the number 7 4s are 28. So here, so this is the division. So quotient here is 4, divisor is 7, and there is 2. Step number 2. Write the mixed number. The quotient becomes a whole number. Here the quotient is 4. And the divisor becomes a denominator. What is the divisor here? 7 is the divisor. And the remainder becomes the numerator. What is the numerator here? 2. So here, 30 upon 7, it's converted into a mixed number. What is a mixed number here? 4 and 2 upon 7. It's a mixed number. Now convert 15 upon 12 to a mixed number. Yes, students, you have 1 minute to solve. Let's solve this 15 upon 12. Change to a mixed number. Let's solve and tell me the answer. What mixed number is going to come here? 15 upon 12, change to a mixed number. So 15 upon 12, it's an improper fraction. An improper fraction change to a mixed number. So solve in your book and tell me the answer. What mixed number is formed here? Yes, students. Okay. Tell me the answer. What mixed number came to you? Yes, students, tell me.
Teacher, ये देखो.
Yes, sir. Just tell me the answer. What mixed number came? 1 and 12 upon 3. Okay, let's check your answer, whether your answer is correct or no. Okay. So step number 1. Divide 15 by 12. So we have to divide this number first. So 12 ones are 12 here. So 3 is the remainder, 1 is the quotient, and 12 is the divisor. So quotient is 1, divisor is 12, and remainder is 3. Step number 2, we have to write the mixed number. The question becomes the whole number. 1 is the whole number. Now next, divisor becomes the denominator. What is the divisor here? 12. What is the divisor here? 12. And the remainder becomes the numerator. What is the remainder here? 3. So here the answer is 1 and 3 upon 12. So this is the correct. So 1 and 3 upon 12 is the correct answer. So 15 upon 12 changed to a 1 and 3 upon 12. So you have to write here denominators. Divisor becomes the denominator and remainder becomes the numerator. Okay, Ruchi, just change this numerator and denominator. Otherwise, your answer is correct. Now let's convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. 5 and 1 upon 6. This is a mixed number. Change into an improper fraction. Now, I'll give you 1 minute to solve. Just solve and tell me the answer. Students, solve it in your book and give me the answer. This 5 and 1 upon 6 change into an improper fraction. This is a mixed number and mixed number change to an improper fraction. Solve in your book and tell me the answer. Yes. Yes, students. Now I hope you solve the sums. Now tell me the answer. What answer came to you? What the answer is? 5 and 1 upon 6 to a improper fraction. Change this mixed number to an improper fraction. Yes, students, can anyone tell me what is the answer?
Thirty upon 6.
30 upon 30. Okay, let's see whether your answer is correct. So here, multiply the denominator 6 with the whole number 5. So 6 5s are 30. Now let's take a step number 2. Now this 30, you have to add to a numerator 1. So 1 plus 30 becomes 31. And the next step number 3, we'll write 31 as the denominator and 6 as the denominator. 31 will become the numerator and 6 as it is same. 6 will remain the same. So 31 is the numerator and 6 is the denominator. So 31 upon 6 is a improper fraction. Yes, correct. Ruchi, your answer is right. Very good. Now let's take another. So yes, so 5 upon 5 and 1 upon 6 change into a 31 upon 6. It's an improper fraction. Now let's take another example. Now change this mixed number to an improper fraction. 3 and 2 upon 5 change to an improper fraction. Students, solve this quickly and tell me the answer. Students, solve this quickly. 3 and 2 upon 5. changed to an improper fraction. Yes, I hope you solved the sums. So tell me the answer. What answer came to you?
16 upon 5.
16 upon 5. Here, Ruchi, your answer is 17 upon 5. Let's see whether your answer is correct or no. So you have to multiply the denominator to a whole number. So 5 3s are 15. Now step number 2. Add numerator. Add numerator. Okay, here. Add numerator 15 to a numerator 2. Here, what is here some mistakes are there. Can you find it a mistake here? Here the numerator is, I have written 3. So whether the numerator is 3, here the numerator is 2. I have given the question here 2. So it will become the 17. Yes. So the 15 plus 2 will become the 17. So here the correct answer is 17 upon 5. Yes, sir. Ruchi, your answer is right. The answer is 17 upon 5. Now next year, we will see. Now you have learned this line. Which type of line it is? Now students, tell me here. You have seen this line in the earlier chapters also. So which line it is? Or what is this called? Here the line is there and the numbers are there. Okay, so which line it is? Here one line is there and on the line there are the numbers.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, here on the line there is a number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what line? This line is called as a, okay, this line is called as a number line. This line is called as a number line. Okay, on the line there are the numbers from 0 to 10. So this line is called a number line. So here now our topic is fractions on a number line. So now we have to see whether the fractions can set on this number line. Now let's see it. How we will place the fraction on this number line. Okay. Now here the number line from 0 to 1. Okay, from 0 to 1. And the space between 0 to 1, here it's divided into half. This number line is divided into half. So here the number is 1 upon 2. Now next here, the next number line is divided into 3 parts. So here 1 upon 3, 2 upon 3. Okay, so this number line is divided into 3 parts. Now next number line is divided into 4 parts. As you can see here, 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4. Yes, so this number line is divided into 4 parts. And the next number line is divided into 5 parts. 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5. So this number line is divided into 5 parts. Here in the fraction, the denominator means divides the part. The denominator means divides the part. So whatever will be the denominator, you have to divide the number line. You have to divide the number line. Now next here, in how many parts the number line is divided? The number line is divided into 6 parts. 1 upon 6, 2 upon 6, 3 upon 6, 4 upon 6, 5 upon 6. So this number line is divided into 6 parts. Now let's take an example. 2 upon 3. So here the denominator is 3 and the numerator is 2. Now whatever the denominator is, you have to divide the number line. Now let's take a number line from 0 to 5. Okay. Now here 1 part, 2 part, and the 3 part. Okay. So from 0 to 1, we have divided into 3 parts because our denominator is 3. What is the denominator is? 3. So we have to divide this number line into 3 parts. So 1 part, 2 part, and 3 part. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this number line is divided into 3 parts because our denominator is 3. So we will divide this number line into 3 parts. See here, arrow mark, see the arrow mark here. One arrow, it means 1 part. Second arrow means second part. And third arrow means third part. So here, from this number line is divided into 3 parts because our denominator is 3. Yes, so it's divided into 3 parts. Now here also, first arrow, 1 part, second arrow, 2 parts, and third arrow, 3 parts. So this number line is divided into 3 parts. Next. Now you have to place this 2 upon 3 on this number line. So where the 2 upon 3 will come? Now let's see here. So what you have to do? 2 upon 3 will place here in the second position. Now, when you want to place the numerator, you have to count, or you have to count from the 0. Okay. Start from the 0, 1 part and the second part, second number. So 2 upon 3 will place on the second position. You have to count from the 0. Okay. From the 0, jump. You have to jump from the 0. You have to jump from the 0. So we'll start here. From the 0 we'll start. So the 2 upon 3 will place in the second position because here 2 is the numerator. So 2 upon 3 will come in the second position. Now let's take another example. 9 upon 4. Now here, now students tell me, this number line is divided into how many parts? The number line, this number line is divided into how many parts? Yes, students, can anyone tell me? Yes, students, tell me, the number line is divided into how many parts? See the denominator. What is the denominator here? 4. 4 is the denominator. So we have to divide this number line into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these number line are divided into 4 parts because our denominator is 4. Whatever the denominator will be, as much we have to divide the number line. Now see here, we have divided into 4 parts. The first arrow is the first part. Second arrow, second part. Third arrow, the fourth arrow. Four parts. Okay. So here the number lines are divided into 4 parts. Now we have to place this 9 upon 4 into this number line. Okay. Now we have to place this 9 upon 4 into the number line. When you want to place this number fraction in the number line, you have to see the denominator. Sorry, you have to see the numerator. What is the numerator here? 9. Okay. So now let's count, or let's jump from the 0. Let's jump from the 0.
0.
Just a minute. Here 4 parts we have divided. Now see here, 9 upon 4, where it will be placed. Now jump from the 0. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 upon 4 will place here. After the 2. So 9 upon 4 will place here. Okay. Simple way. Numerator means you have to jump from the 0. Count the number from the 0. Jump करना है आपको, सिर्फ jump करना है from 0 से. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So where the 9 will stop, you have to point that. 9 upon 4 will come here in this fraction. Now let's take another example. 6 upon 5. So now students, assignment. Take a screenshot of this assignment. Students, take the screenshot of this assignment. And you have to solve this assignment. And I'm going to check this assignment tomorrow. So let's take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of this assignment and solve it and show me tomorrow. Okay. I hope you have taken the screenshot of this assignment. So students, solve this assignment and show me tomorrow. Now we will stop here. I hope you have understood whatever I have taught you today. So let's meet tomorrow. Thank you, students.